It's week 4 of the NFL, and we'll see the veteran Julio Jones. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Broncos, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Smith going to look to throw right away. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And, gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late-season push when we have everyone back. It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
They'll run with Strong. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive, you go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. On first down, right back to Strong. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there, and Denver first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The Smith's throw taken in by Pascal. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From just shy of midfield, Smith. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, K.J. Hill. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 24, Cousins. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The Raiders at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Back to the running game with Mostert. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's Strong to begin the drive. Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Geno down to throw. Gets it to Strong. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now Geno on 1st down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now, early on, you know, Following the interception, Cousins. And this one's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Cousins now from the 50. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get it inside the 35. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground. This time Mostert. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. I don't know what this says about him, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that. And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty. First down, here's Cousins. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage. And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away? They'll start on the ground with Strong. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. They'll come on 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. On 2nd and 11 now, Smith. This pass is caught by London. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. As we watch London get that first down, it seems almost unfair about what he can do on a field. Here's a guy who's 6'4", loves to play over the rim and dunk on defenders, and can work out the slot as well as outside the numbers. That's a big reason why he went 8th overall as the first receiver taken in a loaded class. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Back to the ground with Strong. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Gino. Eluding the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's Deion Dawkins, the left tackle. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Julio. It got his man complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Cousins to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plays. On 1st and 10, Smith. Got a man, it's London. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This one swung outside to Strong. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing again is Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Mac Jones, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Broncos in that first half. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And Charles, scoreless. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, that's what has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down throw for Cousins. He'll find Jones again, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Cousins on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase, and if you get a lift, and if they get deflated a little bit.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Now Geno on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. On second down, a run was strong. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going for the deep ball. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield, Cousins caught on the right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Johnson's got it complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. Geno now to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional, but that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. On second and a yard, Smith finds Strong on the check down. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll give it to Strong. Down to about the 22 here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Strong one more time. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play. play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I see him shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Now Gino. And Pascal's got it. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
First down, Broncos.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, Smith. Over the middle, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 3rd down, Cousins. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. On 1st down, it's Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
They'll run out of the gun here with Strong.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power. and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, Smith. He gets it left side to Johnson. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on second down. Smith.
London hauls this one in. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here of what could be their final drive.
The Smith's throw taken in by London. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Smith. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now Smith.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Smith.
Got his man. It's London.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
He finds some open field here. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line.
Holding offense.
The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. It's a return of... Smith now to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Cousins is going to take this one down to a knee and end it. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. For the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So for Las Vegas, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile,